To the house. Pick 6.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside. It's Barry. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Tigers want to move quickly.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Handoff from the gun. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfectly.
They'll go to the counter. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Could be an alley. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding, covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that...
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game.
Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Offensive line has got to do a better job of communicating. They got to do a better job pre-snap seeing where this pressure is coming from. That DB was essentially telegraphing his blitz, and nobody picked him up.
They'll go play action with Mack. Skips away from pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now the play fake. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Inside, it's buried. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Looking deep. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quick completion on the out route. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. LSU quick to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Give him 6. Touchdown LSU.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Coming out with it, it's Scott. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Mack sets up the screen. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Again, it's Mack. He fires one deep down the right side.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
If they don't pick up this third down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Complete downfield. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness.
Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Hill. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And he'll be brought down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Levin. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Austin Mack. A little release to the back. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Mack. And it's incomplete on third down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime. Like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Throwing Mack. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
To the air, it's Levin. He'll try to do it himself. Finds a crease at the 20. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. From the red zone, it's Berry.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. Defense has it. They're on the move. Picked up a few extra on that. But what a play by this defense to get the football. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. On the ground. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking for space. It's Hill. There he goes. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Might as well give it to him again. Makes it past the marker. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They give it to him again. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown Tide. The defense putting points on the board. The Tide answers back.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. Now remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves, but what a play.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Mack. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harris. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. And after that gargantuan fourth down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Six-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Wants to throw, it's Levin. He's got the tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And they really haven't put the ball in his hands and said, go in the game. Like, it's kind of been balanced, but this offense, down the stretch, this is a great indication for this offense because he's making a play through the air in a big moment. Gonna need more of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. To the air, it's Levin. Got it. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
Got it. Into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And how about that for a capper? The likely game winner in the waning moments. Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Austin Mack throwing right. It's incomplete.